Good morning, everybody. It's Renee. Hope you're having a very blessed day so far. It's early. I am just going to do a very quick video to show you how I pre-make all my little, what are these? Hole reinforcements. It's super simple, but I am just going to, this is one of those little projects that I wanted to get done and never got around to it. So all you need are these white hole reinforcements. So, usually people have these in their house, and I had this in one of my office boxes, and I found them while I was organizing. See, the things you find while you organize. So they're all white, and I usually don't use white in my journaling. For these, are for when you make tabs, tags, whatever, and you punch holes. This can be like a reinforcement around the hole. It also gives your tags like a finished look, I guess, around the holes. You can put one on both sides. So I'm going to do a variety of colors. So I'm going to just show you how I do this. Super simple. It's not like I am showing you something that you probably haven't seen before, but it's a project that I wanted to get done, and I figured I'd take you along and show you how I'm going to do it real quick and, kill two birds with one stone, get my work done and show you at the same time. So I just grabbed a few of my brown inks for these brown. I'm going to do some other colors as well. But to do brown, I just I get my makeup brush and I just put, this is tea dye, so I go from light to dark. So I am just going to go in. I have a piece of paper under here to, block all the ink. And I'm just going to go in and do like a circular motion. That way, you're getting like a gradation of color on your hole reinforcement. So if you can see that, you're gonna get different gradations, which is cool. That's the look you want. You don't want it to be all uniformly colored across the board. I mean, you can if that's what you like, but I like having this gradation, and it kind of gives it that vintage look as well. So first I go in with tea dye, then I'll go in, let's see, I'll do vintage photo, which is it looks almost the same, but you might be a little bit darker. And depending on how much ink you get on your brush, you'll have darker spots and lighter spots, but that's exactly what I want. I want that darker, lighter look. So I'll go in with that. And again, as with anything, like when you're drawing with colored pencils, you're inking things or whatever, you don't want just one color. You want to add layers of colors. That's what gives your, all your items like a more dimensional feel, I guess, would be when you have different colors. So here, if you can see the close-up of all the different, you'll get darker areas, lighter areas. I like that. Okay, and then finally, and you don't have to have all these colors. I just had them out, so I'm just going to go down the row and use them. Then I use Gathered Twigs. Gathered Twigs is the darker color. You can see it's a darker brownish, greenish. So I'm going to go in and do some darker, some lighter, and just kind of go in and just kind of smear it on. So then that way, if I'm doing a darker page or I want darker colored ones, I can pull this one. If I want a lighter color, I can pull that one. Let me just do a little bit more on that. It's a little too light, but there you go. Easy peasy. So you can see you're going to get gradations of color. And if you want different colors, this is just browns I'm using for my vintage photos. So now I have a few made, look, and they're all different, which I love. I love that. So I got darker ones, I got lighter ones. So when I need one, I can just go in and grab them, and I don't have to make them as I go. Because, if I went and grabbed this, I'm like, oh, just for one hole punch, I don't want to have to get all my inks out and do this just for one hole punch. So right now I am kind of mass making them. So I've got a few brown ones. This should last me a little while. So there's that. I think for the new year, I have been kicking around the idea, I'm gonna spray this and just kind of wipe this off. I've been kicking around the idea about doing kind of like a winter junk journal with like light blues and silvers, something like that. Not a Christmassy journal, but like a wintry one. So with that in mind, I'm going to make some, just in case. I mean, I'm not sure if I'll get to it or not. I'll do a couple pages of blue. And so I'm going to see what I have here in my in my ink kit, I've got faded jeans. So here's a blue. Maybe if there's like a light gray. Do I have a gray? Grayish. Here's a hickory smoke. So we'll go with the gray and then maybe the blue on top. And that'll give us that like silvery blue maybe, perhaps. Who knows? We'll try it. We'll try it and we'll see. So now I'm gonna go in with the light first and I'm just kind of swirling it around. And yes, this one's Distress Oxide and this is Distress Ink. I don't have a thing about combining them. Some people do. I don't really mind. You know, you gotta just kind of play with your inks and see what will work. Now, one thing I have noticed, let me see. I think these are, sometimes you can get those hole reinforcements that are really shiny. And no, these are matte hole reinforcements. Let me see, I think I had, let's see what this one is. This is 900 count reinforcement, but no, they're not shiny. I did have some that I think I bought off Amazon. It was like in a box and you roll them out. But the problem with those is they had like a gloss on the reinforcement part. It was like a shiny, glossy part. And when I tried inking them, the ink would just smear over the top. So one tip I would say is if you're gonna get these or have them, you want the matte kind, just without the gloss on the top of the reinforcement, if that makes any sense. Because yeah, I bought a bunch off Amazon at one point thinking, oh, I'll use these, but they were all glossy. And when I tried to ink, the ink just smeared off, that it wouldn't even stick to the hole reinforcer. So that didn't work. So live and learn. So I did, learn that you got to get these matte colors. Okay, let's flip this over so you can see this better. Okay, so it's like a grayish right here. Now let's try the blue. So I'm gonna wipe this off, the oxides. And I'm gonna do faded jeans. I'm gonna go light at first and then maybe a little bit darker. We'll see what it looks like. Ooh, one just flew off. Stick there. It's probably gonna come off again. Okay, it's kind of like a grayish blue I'm getting here. So let's see what these, maybe I can find, yeah, it's kind of like a grayish blue on these. I'm gonna try another page just with the blue so I can get a pure blue, I guess. But these will look cool as well when I do some silver blue tags. But yeah, you can just spend an hour, not even an hour, it doesn't even take that long, 10, 15 minutes, and just set up a whole bunch of these. So here we go. They're kind of like grayish blue. Let's try one with just blue first and then see what that looks like. Maybe if I have, I wonder if I have some other inks. I can grab my other ink and maybe do like a aqua blue. Let's see. Let me grab my other ink tray. Okay, so here's my other ink tray. And let's combine. Some of these I haven't opened in forever. Let's see if they even work. Oh yeah, that'll work. So let's do like an aqua. Ooh, yeah. So you gotta just kind of play with it and play with your inks and see what kind of effects you can get. Yeah, this is kind of a little bit more of what I'm looking for the Blue Wintry Scenes journal that I'm thinking of doing. So you can see the difference between the gray blue and the more aqua or blue, whatever this is. It's Kiss Me color. I don't even know what color that is, but it's a cool blue. So there. And then I also have, see, I might have some silver. Here's a silver. Let's see Let's see what this will look like on a couple. Ooh, see, look, my pads, these are so old. That might be a little too gray. Ooh, it's giving it like a little shimmer. Ooh, so I'll do like half the page. So here we've got like, I don't know if you can see the shimmer. It's like a silver blue, and then here are my plain blues. So I'm gonna do like half the tag each, so I'll have a few of each. So there you go, like just kind of play with your inks. So what other colors should we do? I do a lot of, let's see. Well, let's do some purple, y'all. Gotta do some purple, of course. Let's do a couple of purple because I know I'll probably do some kind of journal with purple in it. Let's do Shaded Lilac, Dusty Concord, and see what that looks like. Shaded Lilac is more of a bluish purple. Okay, and then Dusty Concord. We'll see what... Oh, love that purple. Love it. Ooh, I love the blue purple together. That actually looks pretty cool. Make some darker than others, lighter than others. But if you kind of swirl your makeup brush around, you'll get those gradations of color. So here you can see the different purples, and if you want to add other colors, you can do that as well. I actually might add, let's do this one purple. I'm going to add maybe some pinks to it. It's kind of like experiments. Just experiment with it, have fun. But this is a really quick project you can do to get yourself set up, and then you have all these pre-made already, and it's so much easier because I hate when I have to, let's see, let's get a pink, when I have to kind of go in, I don't know if this pink's I think it's wearing out. Yeah, this one I think has had it. Let's see. Yeah, I like having some pre-made stuff because if I have to go back in and make stuff just for one little, you know, one little whole reinforcement, usually I won't do it. I'll just say, oh, I'll skip it. I'm not gonna make the reinforcement. So this way I have it. Ooh, that'll look pretty too with the blue and silver. Maybe like we'll do like a lavender blue silverish kind of journal. I don't know. I'm just kicking around some ideas for now. There's so many projects I want to do, y'all. I still want to do my collage book and all these other little projects that I got going on that I've been wanting to do. Okay, so you can see the difference between the purple and then the purple with the pink here. So you've got a couple different shades going on. So there we go. I got some of those. Let's see what else. What else should we make? Let's see. I'm just gonna start grabbing a lot of my inks. Grab a couple more of these sheets. I usually make more browns because I have all the vintage. Let's make sure that's sealed shut so they don't dry out. Let's see. This color back, look at that one's really had it, but I still can probably get something out of it. Let's see. Ooh, I don't even know what that color is, but it's cool, whatever it is. Okay, let's see what else. So these are something like These are called Color Box pigments. I got these a long time ago, y'all. I don't know if I want to do silver. Let's do, I'm gonna do, let's see. Maybe this color. Let's see, some of them have just had it. I've had these for years, y'all, and they're biting the dust at this point, but you can still get use out of them. Y'all know I will use things until it's literally, like, look at, it's literally disintegrating in front of my eyes, but we'll get some use out of it, and then I'll just toss these eventually. I've got so many ink pads. I've got a whole drawer full that I, collect over time, and that I've collected over time. And so I just kind of go in, and then when they start getting like this, I'll eventually toss them, but I'm still getting use out of it. So, hey. Ooh, that's cute too. I love that color. Let's put some, it's like a shiny color too. So here are these, so let's compare. So here's the pink, here's the purple. Ooh, thunder, getting some storms coming in. So here's a lighter color. This will be cool in my fairy. I want to do a fairy junk journal one of these days. I have a list of journals. I want to do like a botanical one, a fairy one, a bee one, a wintry themed one. I mean, there's so many I want to do, y'all, and there's just not enough time. Plus all my other little baby projects I want to do. So we'll see if what we can get to this year. Let's see. Here's a grape jelly memento. Let's see if this one's working. Let's clean this off a little bit. But super simple, super simple. And then I'm looking at my page. This will be a cool background you can use for, collaging all these different colors. Ooh, I love that purple too. So pretty. I think I'm gonna do, maybe a copper one next. We'll do some metallic ones after this. Okay, so got that dewdrop. And then let's see, we got sweet plum. I don't know if that'll be almost the same color or a little bit different. Oh, it's like a reddish purplish. So let's add a little bit of that. Again, I always at least put 2 colors on to give it that dimension, to just give it a little bit, so it's not just a flat color. And by doing the swirls, swirling it like this, you're gonna get, like I said, that gradation, which also gives it that dimension, which is pretty cool. So there we go, there's another one. Okay, now let's do some metallics. Let's do maybe some copper ones and maybe some gold or silver or something. Let's see what I have here. Ooh, I've got this golden glitz. Let's see what that looks like. And I also have this copper. So we'll do that. Let's move this. Okay, so let's try the copper first. Move all y'all. Looks like this one's almost had it too, but we will keep using it until it's literally dead. Nothing else coming out of it. Yeah, it looks like, sounds like we have a storm coming in. It's early morning right now, and I wanted to get this project done. Sorry, y'all, if I'm shaking the table. I'm swirling real hard, and it's attached, the camera is attached to the table, so of course it's gonna wiggle. One of these days I might get a real setup. Right now this is my jerry-rigged setup for YouTube videos. But hey, I'm not in it for the professionalism. I'm just in it for the creation, and if this helps you, any of y'all, or inspires any of y'all, hey, there we go. So now I am adding, this Golden Glitz. I use this in a lot of, it's got on a lot of my journaling and Bible journaling and stuff. It's got this sparkle to it. Ooh, really pretty. I don't know if y'all can see this. I'll bring it up close. It is giving it like a really cool sparkle. So I don't know if you can see that in the light, but it is sparkling. So that would be cool too. Like you get like a little sparkle. Let me add a little bit more. Cool. So let me try that first. Do another page of this. And I'm trying to think what other color would we want to add to this? Maybe like a orangish, we'll see. Not orange, but like a brownish, orangish or something, I don't know. Okay, so let's see, what else do I have here? I've got amber clay, that might look cool. It's like an orangish brown. Am I getting any ink off it? A little bit. This one might have had it. I'm getting a little bit. Okay, let's see. Try this one, which is kind of amber clay as well. Ah, there we go. A little bit more. Kind of like an orange brown clay kind of looking. But it's combining with the gold sparkle. There we go. Easy peasy. So let's see what we've done in what, 5-10 minutes, just 15 minutes or so. Now I have a whole set. Look at this. Look how quickly it all comes together. So I've got like these gold amber clay sparkle ones. Got these sparkly ones, purples, different purples and blues. That reminds me of like wintry. So these are going to be my wintry colors right here. Got the blue, the gray blue, the slate blue, and then these are a lot of my vintage ones that I can use for vintage. But look at that, just in a few minutes, you can get all these done, and these will last me a while. And now I don't have to pull everything out and, you know, do them one at a time. I have them already pre-made ready. So yay, another little project done that I've been wanting to get done for the longest time. But that's how I make my little hole reinforcements. So hopefully that's helpful for y'all. I know it's nothing new. I mean, people have done this forever. But yeah, just taking you along on my little projects. So thanks for joining me, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye, y'all.